Well, this week, a Florida teen committed suicide on the campus of her Orlando high school. In a post-Parkland world, tragedies like this reinforce the need for mental health professionals in our schools. But tonight, as part of an ongoing series, Katie LaGrone discovers the same teacher licensing exam thousands of aspiring Florida teachers are struggling to pass is also now impacting the jobs of those hired to help students in crisis.
In our 2-year-long quest to answer why Florida's teacher licensing exam has resulted in so many repeat failures.
I can't pass it. I can't pass it.
We recently found
it makes you feel really stupid.
Julie Grace.
I'm not stupid. I have a master's degree and yeah.
A college-educated master's degree holder who recently lost her job at a Florida middle school.
It's just so frustrating.
Because she couldn't pass the state's general knowledge math test, one of 4 must-pass teacher tests for anyone who wants to teach in a public Florida classroom.
Sorry.
But Julie's story is a little different. For starters,
you're not a teacher.
Nope, and I never planned to be a teacher. I always wanted to be a social worker.
A former juvenile probation officer and director of a drug treatment program, Julie eventually turned to social work and was hired last year as her school's only social worker.
During that one school year, how many students came to you seeking mental health help?
Over 300.
How many students came to you seeking help in math?
None.
Or English, or reading, or writing?
None of them.
Florida considers school social workers educators and requires they take and pass the state's teacher certification exam. Across the state, we've learned a few handful of school social workers lost their jobs last year because they couldn't pass the state's teacher test. This year, more are also at risk.
That's disturbing. It is disturbing, and I think it's something that we need to address.
Florida Senator Manny Diaz Jr., who leads a state education committee, had no idea school social workers had to pass the state's teacher certification test.
If a social worker can do their job effectively, math is not necessarily relevant to that as far as I know.
Try to provide flexibility for teacher certification.
He recently filed a bill to help teachers struggling to pass the test, which was made tougher in 2015.
Yeah, it hurts.
But that won't help school social workers struggling to pass.
The math part of it, I took 6 times.
Including Julie Grace, now out of the field of helping kids in crisis at school. Because of a state teacher test, she just couldn't survive.
It really hurts, and I've been trying for a year, reaching out to people. Look, this needs to be changed. This isn't right.
We just learned the State Board of Education will be voting to change the rules by letting school social workers skip this test if they hold a state license in social work. If approved, the change takes effect next school year. Katie LaGrone, WTXL ABC 27.